How's it going? This is Ben Hearn with another market watch for Bala Cynwyd for the month of March. Pretty much the same story, not enough inventory, a lot of buyers and a lot more buyers. The winter months, there weren't as many buyers, and we really, the past actually month, there's just been a lot more buyers, and we're still in the heart of the spring market. So if you've been thinking of listing, like now is a great time. I mean, mortgage rates have risen up to 5%, which is a lot higher, faster than what they thought it was going to be, but buyers are still out there. Now, last summer, things like last spring was quite busy too. And then in the summer, it kind of dipped down. Homes weren't getting quite as much like interest or offers. Instead of, like 5 offers per house, you might get like 2. So that, probably happens in June-ish. So yeah, if you've been thinking of selling, right now is still as good of a time as ever. I'm going to share my screen and jump right to the market watch. All right, so there's a few actives. I mean, these days, usually the homes are on the market like a week. So Jefferson, that just dropped. That's a good looking, 375, cute interior. 180 School Street, that's been active for a little bit. And 36 Rock Hill, same thing. 17 Jefferson, that's been active for a bit. 317 Parsons, that also has been active for a bit. If you're in a tough spot, I think just the location is what's hurting that. And most of these homes go active under contract or pending within a week, provided that the price is right. Like even, if it's a cream puff home, everything's updated, then yeah, it's going to sell. But even if not, if you put on a good price, that home will sell quickly, just because buyers need a place to move in. 323 Pembroke, that's pending for 725. That was on there like a week. 143 Jefferson, this one's now pending for 365K. One of the ones on Lindy Lane recently sold. This one is pending. And there's several closings, so let's jump to them. 307 Chegaron, this one finally closed. It was nice. I mean, it doesn't look like a twin from this picture, but if you're familiar with the area, then it's on the other side. And this one sold 13.5% below asking. So, you have to have a good price on. And then it was 2 years, they first listed it in 2020, and then at 499, then they went to 550, because that's things were starting to get hot. This, that, the other thing, but it's closed. So good for them. They finally got that closed. 107 Jefferson, this one closed below 11% below 400. I mean, this one, again, the location was probably threw people off, but it was I kind of liked it. The interior was pretty sharp. 147 Jefferson, again, a little below, as 8% below. That was listed at 415, closed for 380. That was on the market for 104 days. So these days, buyers, if their budget's, let's say up to 400, they should not really be looking at homes that are priced at 400. They should be looking at the 350 homes. However, if there is a home, that is 400, and they're oh, is it even worth putting in an offer? If you wait a week and it's still on the market, then yeah, it's worth putting in an offer. And although, you should always put an offer in if your client wants to. They should be prepared for rejections several times. But yeah, so if the home's in 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, then kind of means that the buyer or the sellers probably aren't going to get the price they wanted. 42 Darwin, this one sold 100K over, and that was listed in the winter, when there wasn't that many buyers out there. So, I mean, if that was listed right now in the spring, it probably would have gotten 150K over. I don't know. That has happened with some homes. 123 Harvest, this one sold 5% above asking, and that's the average. 5% above asking is average now. So again, if your budget's, I don't know, 750, you should be looking at homes in the 6s. And this home wasn't particularly updated, but great location, great space. And yeah, that's what buyers, if you want, if it's multiple bid and you want the house, you're going to have to come with it. 129 Jefferson is sold for 401, which was 7% above asking. It was listed at 375. This home had a pretty cute interior. I kind of like that vibe. 114 Union. This one was 8% above asking. So I mean, that was listed at 285. Single family detached home for 285 in Lower Merion almost doesn't exist. And you can see this one needed a lot of work, but people put in work, then it's going to look good. And Lindy ended up closing at 710, which was slightly above asking. It was listed for 699. And that was on the market for 3 days. And I think that was it. So yeah, just the same old houses that are priced well, look good, go for over asking. If you've been thinking of selling, I would say strike now while the iron's hot. The problem is, where are you going to move to? Because everyone has the same problem. They would like to sell their home, but they don't have somewhere to move first. Maybe rent for a year or two, maybe move to Florida or somewhere else. I don't know. But if you want to talk about those options, my contact info is below. And then if you do know someone, like one of your neighbors who are thinking of selling and don't know where to go, I would love to be a resource for them as well. And then also, if you have friends and family that are trying to move in to LM, and again, they don't know who to contact, I would be happy to help them, or just have a phone call and kind of tell them the lay of the land, get them familiar with the market. I could send them a couple market watches like this, just so they could get a pulse on the market. That's all I have. Have a great month. Hopefully next time I see you, the weather's going to be a lot warmer. All right, bye.